Hey there everyone, welcome back to part 4 of this Satisfactory FICSMAS event playthrough that ends on the 18th of January. We have a few more days to get it wrapped up, so let's finish this off. I hope you had an amazing holiday season and were able to spend lots of good times with family and friends. We ended the last video working on unlocking some of the Mam Tree FICSMAS event unlocks, so that is where we will be continuing in this 4th installment of this series. Let's check it out!
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Ficsmas is coming to town.
By now you guys already know the drill, so for this episode I will be speeding up a little bit more on the progress we will be making on this factory. I will likely spend a little bit more time showing you overviews of larger sections of progress to give you an idea of how you can proceed on your own factories, rather than individual build details. I will also be expanding this original factory as we get near the end of the unlocks due to the fact that we are going to be needing many more of the original items as we unlock more of the Ficsmas Tree event. So let's touch on a couple things right off the bat here. First off, we are going to need a few smelters to build the next event items. These include the red and blue Ficsmas ornaments. Once we begin producing those, we're going to move on to the next unlock available in the Ficsmas event Mam Tree. We want to unlock the gift tree, as that is what will really speed up the automation process for this event. These trees send out gifts, much like the miners send out raw resources from nodes. The difference is these trees can be placed anywhere. They each send out 15 gifts per minute, so use your mergers and splitters to make full use of the gifts per tree. Once you unlock Mark II belts, this becomes much more usable. So the idea here is to get as many resources together as quickly as possible to be able to place as many trees as you are willing to make space for. I, as soon as I was able, decided that 16 trees was going to be necessary for the goal I had in mind for this build. So I built 2 farms of 8 trees each and merged each group into a Mark II belt for a total of 120 gifts per minute per belt. Before all that can happen though, we are going to need some manufacturing completed. So I made a second level design and sent the resources I needed to make reinforced iron plates and rotors for the next factory machines needed to build the higher tier Ficsmas items. Use the N key to search for what recipes and machines are used to build what items once you have them unlocked at the hub or in the MAM. Keep expanding your factory until you unlock smart plating, which will allow you to unlock tiers 3 and 4 in the hub. Set up lines for both reinforced iron plates and rotors, then set up smart plating line, and place the 50 needed to complete phase 1 into the space elevator. The reason we need all of this completed is that the factory machine called the Foundry is hidden behind the next phase, and we will be needing this very soon for our Ficsmas factory. So we might as well get it unlocked now in order to keep progressing. Basic steel production is the milestone that we need to unlock the Foundry. Now that we've sent off the tier 1 space elevator materials, we should have the resources to unlock basic steel production, or at least the ability to handcraft what is required. Hello, doggo. The next part of the Ficsmas factory is the copper and iron Ficsmas ornaments. These are made in the foundry and both need iron or copper ingots fed into them along with either red or blue Ficsmas ornaments in order to make them. So you'll need to set up copper and iron ingots flowing into this factory for this next stage. Set that up first, then set up 2 foundries for now, one for each type of ornament. We will be needing 200 of each of the copper and iron ornaments, as well as 1 ornament bundle, which should have dropped from the calendar, in order to unlock the giant Ficsmas Tree upgrade 2. And we've officially unlocked more decorative items and things to build with. We now have access to the Ficsmas ornament bundle, which we can unlock with red, blue, copper, and iron ornaments, as well as the Ficsmas wreath decoration, which will unlock with 10 ornament bundles, 100 actual snow, and 500 tree branches. Once we have set up lines to create the wreaths and ornament bundles, using the Christmas star that would have dropped in the calendar, we'll be able to unlock the giant Ficsmas Tree Upgrade 3. One note here, while I was waiting for production of the wreaths and ornament bundles needed for the 3rd giant Ficsmas Tree upgrade, I went ahead and unlocked coal power in the hub and built a relatively small coal power generation station not too far from my original bases. I started with 3 units and eventually ended up with 12. This removed my dependence from biofuel and automated the vast majority of my power requirements for the foreseeable future. The awesome part is that the biofuel will continue to burn as required, just at a lowered rate since the power will first be supplied by the coal generators since they always run at peak consumption, then the biomass burners fill in any shortage in the power supply. This is when things started to get a little crazy. I very quickly realized that if I didn't want to wait 3 days for some of the final items to be completed, I was really going to have to step up production. So, I ended up adding an entirely new section to the factory to produce more of these early items first. Here on the left side are red and blue Christmas ornaments being made, and on the right, all the other early base items. Each of these two sides is fed a Mark II belt full of gifts. Next, an hour or two of factory rebuild and recolor was in order to make way for the larger production capacity that would be required to cut down the Ficsmas Star production from 3 days or so down to somewhere around 20 hours. And after the better part of a day of the game running, I finally had enough stars to complete the final giant tree upgrade and complete the MAM research tree. Next step was to open the final days on the calendar, and lo and behold, we get 2 new items. An emote, which is very cool, and fireworks. The fireworks, unfortunately for me in this playthrough, I have not unlocked the detonator needed to use these yet, so I won't be able to show them off for you, but there are several great videos of what is possible with these by many great content creators out there, so feel free to search them out. Thank you so much for joining me for this fun holiday event ride, and I do appreciate the great feedback I have received on all my recent videos. Keep an eye on the channel as I will be working next on a video regarding my automated storage system, how it's built, and how it's programmed. So like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell to be notified when my next video comes out. Remember, you can turn off notifications at any time. Thank you again for your time, and until next time, have fun!